San Antonio just taking their time, getting wide open shots, no double teaming anytime that Duncan catches the ball in the post.
Carmelo Anthony, who usually has problems with Bruce Bowen, had Bowen skating backwards, and the fourth leading scorer in the league has made it 6-2.
Well, it's interesting in this game.
Rotated to Carmelo with plenty of time on the clock. Right at Duncan, draws a foul on Tim. One thing Greg Popovich doesn't want to do tonight is see that typical parade of Iverson and Anthony to the free throw line. They get there a lot, and that's where they get their points.
Well, we know that the two players, Iverson and then Carmelo Anthony, are third and fourth in the league in scoring. But the big way they get there is Anthony's getting to the line 8 times a game, and then Iverson is getting there 10 times. So when you're coaching against them, you just tell your guys, look, challenge, do not foul them, and put them on the line.
So San Antonio will take a timeout. What we always say is Anthony hits the second free throw. We always say, well, yes, starting's one thing. It's the guys who finish the game. That's so important. But you know what it's like in the locker room. Guys have egos. Kurt Thomas defending Carmelo Anthony, and the foul is called. Ginobili, 13 points in 13 minutes, once again leading the Spurs. The foul on Thomas is his first. Team fouls now. You've got 5 here for San Antonio and just 1 for the Nuggets in the quarter.
Kurt Thomas gives you a big body, Mike. We're talking about a guy who goes about 260, 270. He's right up in there. Now, you can see where Carmelo does not have great nights against the Spurs. Now, reason? You're matched up the majority of the time with Bruce Bowen, who's going to get away with a lot of physical contact with you.
Anthony and Ginobili tied up. Manu's going to get the call here, I believe. Yes, he will.
We have 2 physical teams here. On the one team, you're noted as a great defensive team, but if you're going to get your job done at the offensive end of the floor, you can't be crying. You've got to play big.
Anthony 4 of 5 from the line, and it's a great challenge for Denver. San Antonio has played a lot of these games in the magic months, in May and June. Denver, we know they can play what we saw against Phoenix, 123-116. When San Antonio's beaten them 4-1 in the playoffs last year and then in 05, Denver couldn't play games like this. You need to come playoff time.
Mike, San Antonio plays like this in practice. Forget about just the games. Huh?
You're right.
Ever since he's come in this game, they've rattled off 15 points, a 15-5 Spurs.
Where's Denver going to get some consistency? Martin the miss. The bigs can't keep it alive. Ginobili knocks Anthony to the ground, and Manu picks up his 3rd personal foul.
Yeah, that's big. That's really big because he's on fire right now. He's leading the team like you expect him to do. He already has 5 field goals. But they got to take him out. This is a situation where you cannot fool around and gamble.
Well, we'll talk about the Toyota halftime show. Lakers, Phoenix, and Golden State lighting up the scoreboard. Should the league revamp the playoff format? And Stephen A will have the A-list performers. Mark Jones, Stephen A. Smith, Toyota halftime show coming up. Phoenix was lighting up the scoreboard until Utah put up 67 in the second half to beat them. And why that's so important, why we're watching this, every game matters here. But for the Nuggets, they now need to win tonight to keep pace with Golden State for the 9 spot. The 10 who started the game start this second half. Carmelo Anthony struggling from the field, able to finish at the basket. He's now 2 of 8. Hubie, what would you have said to Anthony, who was 1 of 7 in the first half?
Now you just tell him, look, continue to do what you're doing. You're getting high percentage shots, but try to finish with the dunk when you get into the tape. Yeah, but when you're on fire, when you have 17 points and you're 6 for 10, you know whether you have a feel or not of the ball.
But at 36 and 24, the 2 teams that they're chasing right now, both won tonight. Anthony able to draw the foul in the act. 3 team fouls already, and Anthony with free throws.
I like it. See, he's come out. He's a scorer. Look, you can't be the 4th leading scorer in this league and be hesitant because you're 1 for 7. His main thing is keep your cool so that now you're not going to force up bad percentage shots. And I like the strategy here. They're getting him the basketball in the middle of the floor, and no way can Finley play him.
And Golden State got their victory earlier tonight against Miami. So Golden State in the 8th spot with Denver in the 9. You need to win the Nuggets tonight to keep pace there.
There's going to be a lot of pressure when you play for the Spurs. You got to make that. You've got to make it.
Somebody feeling it here in the 3rd quarter. Carmelo Anthony, 7 points in 93 seconds, down to a 3-point game.
Popovich is trying to buy time here by playing Finley, and he'll bring Ginobili off the bench.
Anthony, 9 in the quarter, 17 in the game. Back to a three-point game at 60-57. On the switch, Anthony has Vaughn. Duncan coming over for help. Didn't matter. Carmelo having a big quarter. 19 now in the game. 11 here in the third.
He feels that he can take Udoka at will. He feels that he can shoot over him.
They're like the really talented younger brother that needs to be told every 10 minutes.
Oh, great.
Carmelo on the steal, on the run out. And he was fouled, and the shot didn't go in, so we'll have 2 free throws as Jacques Vaughn came back and tied him up.
By the way, who is this guy 15 in his half, right? I mean, the guy, he's playing now. He's not talking. He's not getting in any bumping and grinding because he has his feel. He's playing with a ton of confidence, and then he just anticipated that steal. Now, this is a good foul right here by Jacques Vaughn.
So Anthony's going to come to the line here. He's had a fabulous quarter.
Big second half, man. Big second half. Keep penetrating. Keep playing. Let's go.
And it has been a big second half for Carmelo Anthony with 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal.
Well, in the first half, we know that you had Bruce Bowen on you, in your face, really playing you. They come out in the second half, San Antonio. They put Finley on him, and he got his confidence because he was taking him to the basket. And that's what we kept saying. Keep going to the rim. Keep challenging. The ball is eventually going to fall for you. The key tonight is you've got to make your foul shots.
And this is a free throw attempt 11 and 12 of this third quarter for the Nuggets. They've scored 13 of the last 15. It's the largest lead Denver has had here tonight. And inside, off the ball as they were battling for position inside, Udoka's called for the foul. Dick Mata and Red Auerbach ahead. Of course, you'll hear Jack on ESPN Radio with Jim Durham Sunday. If you're not home to watch the ABC broadcast of Spurs and Suns, those guys will have the call for you. Iverson, watched by Stoudemire. These guys have brought the Spurs back here quickly. Anthony went right around Kurt Thomas and a chance for the three-point play. The Spurs bench wanted an offensive foul call on Carmelo.
Well, I thought that Carmelo really gave a great move. Pop is very upset. He's in Stoudemire and Udoka's face. That just keeps he wanted the rotation.
Yep.
The rotators were late getting there because Kurt Thomas realizes as soon as Anthony turned and saw Kurt Thomas have it, he knew he was driving to the rim.
See Anthony grimacing a little bit. He has 24 points. Only made 1 field goal in the first half, but he's really gotten aggressive in this half. That free throw gives him 17 in the second half.
Mike, when we ran the replay and the wire, and George Karl says, keep going to the basket. Yep.